Hey everyone. Last night I had a very interesting conversation with one of my good friends who's also a client of mine about dual agency. So if you want to know what I think about the whole topic, stick around and I'll let you know on the other side. Here are my thoughts on dual agency, guys. First thing is first. What is dual agency? It is where the real estate agent represents both the buyer and the seller in the same transaction. Traditionally, you would have two agents to do this job, one on the buyer side, one on the listing side. But during a dual agency, it is one agent performing both duties and responsibilities. In some states, this is very much allowed and legal, and in other states, it is not allowed and it is not illegal because when you're forced or when you're operating in the capacity of a dual agent, you have to walk a very fine line between what is ethical and unethical. So I'm not here to tell you what's right, what's wrong, what's good for you, what's bad for you. I'm here to simply state the facts from my point of view, from my seat, from where I stand. Okay? So when it comes to what are the advantages of dual agency, I can see very, very few advantages from my point of view. The advantage for the real estate agent is very obvious. You don't have to split your commission with another agent, so you get to make double the money for one transaction. The advantage for the clients may be where they've already worked out all the details that are part of the deal, and all they need is somebody to really process paperwork for them, fill out contracts, disclosures, etc. Then, in my mind, that's when it makes sense to have only one agent, when you don't really need anything more than that, right? Now, what are the disadvantages? In most cases, buyers and sellers don't have the details worked out. In fact, they have to go back and forth on many different subjects and negotiate, whether it's pricing, whether it's the attorney review period, home inspection, etc., etc., etc. As a dual agent, you cannot tell any one of your agents anything that might give them the upper hand and hurt the other party. Because guess what? When you're a dual agent, you owe loyalty and responsibility and confidentiality to both parties, which means you cannot disclose any information that might potentially hinder and hurt the other party. So that, if you think about that, it dictates that you truly, whether you like it or not, whether you're accepted or you're rejected, you simply become a paper pusher. You simply fill out forms, contracts, disclosures, and process them on the behalf of your clients. But you can't really counsel them or advise them or tell them what to do. Because if you did that, that would be against your other client. You can't advise your buyer on a price because then obviously that would hurt your seller. So this is where it gets very sticky when it comes to being a dual agent. And with my friend going back and forth last night, this is the situation that he's coming up with, right? We helped him we helped him buy his new property, and now he's going to be selling his existing property. And he thinks he might have a buyer already, someone that he knows. So we're going back and forth on how to handle it to where it is appropriate for him and for the buyer so that no one feels like they've been taken advantage of. So again, every time the topic of dual agency comes up, please consider all the different angles, all the different moving parts as it pertains to your personal situation, and based on that, once you've reviewed all the facts and all the things that are known, make a decision whether or not having a dual agent is right for you. I hope this helped you out a little bit. If not, I hope it at least clarified what a dual agent is. And if you guys have any questions, comments, suggestions, you know the drill. Don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.